GABA baby. That means her owner has to pre-treat her with gabapentin in order for her to be groomed at low stress levels for her highly volatile irritability, right? And anger issues, right? Anyway, sometimes I'll combine a pre-treatment with GABA with the sound box, and that's usually how she's being groomed, using the sound box. But the sound box doesn't make for a great live stream, does it? Because you can barely hear what I'm saying, right? So we're going to try without the sound box. She's going to get a full set of soft claws. And her service request is the 10 tiger. 10 means the length and tiger is the pattern, right? Mm. When you're putting soft claws on a cat, you don't cut all the way to the quick. You leave a little bit left over so it fits the soft claw a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. We got her med on standby. All right. So the clipper I'm going to use is called the Codis. The blade is a Kenchi standard blade. Right. We're going to go with the grain. And then when we get to her legs, we're probably going to switch out to the Kenchi 7 to go down the legs. And yeah, the Kenchi blades, last I checked, we're still fitting onto a Codis clipper. This is what I call flying without a parachute. And there's no happy hoodie on the cat, and there's no e-collar. Oh no, she's not my cat. She's a client. She's a client. She's getting her hair cut. Gigi. Gigi. She has anger issues. Sort of like a woman PMSing. It's the closest thing I can describe to what fight or flight in cats is, right? Yeah. Try saying I love you and giving a box of chocolates to a woman who's in full-on PMS. Those box of chocolates are going to be thrown in your face. They don't care. You hear her backseat cat grooming me? That's fine. How you doing? Hi Ava. Hi Icon Dani. Hi. Yeah, she's cute. No, don't slay the groomer. She's perfectly capable of that. Naturally. Her natural temperament. She doesn't take any prisoners. But she's a GABA baby. So that GABA is literally blocking her fight or flight, right? Yeah. Blocking. Mm-hmm. All right. No, we're not gonna cut our whiskers. Can you still see? Let's go a little bit that way. Do it that way. Mm. Of course. I'm sorry. What were you trying to say? Mm-hmm. If it's relevant to the live or to the grooming, yeah, I'll respond. If it's not relevant to this live, no, I'm probably not going. No, that's a wife's tale. Mm-hmm. So we're going to turn the comment section off for now because what's coming through is not conducive to grooming cats. We'll turn it on a little bit later. Are we there yet? Alright. That would be a no. Wow. 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 Alright, Princess Bed. She's not really a princess, she's more like a queen. So we'll call it the Queen's Bed. There we go. Waka waka. Wee. No, you stay there. Are you leaving? She's like, yeah. Ready, steady. There. Can you go see? Here. There. Better. This owner is used to getting the velvet tiger, but she wanted it a little bit shorter. And if I went in reverse, that would be too short. So we're going with the grain, a 10 with the grain. And so that's the one that this owner likes, right? Can you see all right? Or do you need me to pan out this way? There you go. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, so while we're here, we're going to switch to the 7, the Catchy 7, to go down the legs, right? Mm-hmm. I usually have another Codis clipper with the 7 already on it, but the battery went out, so anyway, let's see. Can you see all right? Oh, here, let me turn the comment section on so I can get the answers to my questions. Yeah, questions. The comments are back on, sorry. Didn't realize I was talking to a wall there. Mm-hmm. That's not really grabbing it as well as it could. So I'll go back to the Kenchi and put that on its longest. There. I'll put it on its longest setting. There. No, no. Alright. Fine. We'll do it this way. 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 let's say this is a baby grooming, because the owner's about to have a baby. So you just lower the maintenance of the cat to 0. A 10 tiger means the cat's getting, everything's coming off, right? It's the lowest maintenance grooming you could possibly ask for your cat, right? 10 tiger. 10 is the length, tiger is the pattern. So a lot of women, when they're about to have a baby, they want to lower any extra jobs that they can't get to while they're taking care of their baby. See, it's not about you, is it? It's not about you. Yeah, it's not about you. All right, bye. Why you want to make this grooming about yourself, I don't really know. This is about the mother who's about to have a baby, right? And yeah, see, if you look at the title to this video, it'll say PTG100. That means the owner has pre-treated with gabapentin at 100 milligrams, right? So that's how you know this cat is a GABA baby, right? Everything is clear and transparent regarding what it is that we're going live. The service request, whether the cat is at natural temperament or not, or whether they're being pre-treated, it's all right there in the title of the video, right? You don't need to guess anymore. It's right there. You don't need to guess, right? Yeah, you don't need to guess. You don't need to imagine. You don't need to assume anymore. It's literally transparent. Right? Mm-hmm. The only people that are being subjected to are you, right? You. You are subjecting me and the owner who's watching to your pettiness, right? So you are the one who's subjecting people to your ignorance. That's what's actually happening, right? I don't know where you guys get off thinking you can tell an owner what they can and cannot do, and this chat is very disruptive to a cat grooming, so y'all can just zip it, right? You think that's conducive to a cat grooming appointment? I don't think so. So you can take and go to another live, see if they'll listen to what you have to say over there, right? Yeah. See if they're listening to you. All right, let's do it. Right this way. All right, Miss Grumblebutt. She's like, I'm not a Grumblebutt. Okay, well, what do you want me to call you? A queen. Queen Gigi. All hail. All hail Queen Gigi. Waka waka. Wee. Waka, 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 waka. Good girl. Good girl. Cutie, but torty. Yeah. She's covered in dander. So let's put a little bit of this on to help get it to let go and release. Mm-hmm. Wee. Mm-hmm. Good girl. Good girl. You're doing it. Right, you stay there. You stay there. You stay there. Oh, solo mio. Are you leaving? She's like, I was thinking about it. Well, you're gonna leave, but only when you're done with your bath. Alright? She said, got it. Make it snappy, lady. Sure, no problem. Alright. You want me to hold you? Alright. Alrighty then. There you go. Oh, solo mio. Waka 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 waka. Boop. You did it. You did it. Uh-oh. Let's get that water nice and warm first. Otherwise, she's going to be out the door. What's the quickest way to end a cat grooming? Using water that's too hot or too cold, right? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Gigi, you getting ready and excited about the baby? She's like, yeah. I'm going to have a sister. You're good. Yes, you are. Mm-hmm. All right, ready? Steady? No! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. She doesn't do well on top of the tub, so let's put her in the tub. Mm-mm. See if she'll have a change of thought. No. That little death groan. Why do you think you're gonna die? She's like, because I am. No, you're not. It's just water. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's just water. Alright, so she's not doing well. So we gotta come up with some kind of a technique, right? Alright, anyone have a technique that they think would work with her? I know which one I think is gonna work. The wet towel. Yeah, the wet towel technique. Let's get that going. It's gonna weigh about 10 pounds once that gets all wet. And that's gonna hopefully help her stay in the tub, right? Like a weighted blanket. Right? There. Good girl. Mm-hmm. Good girl. Alright, let's rinse you off. Good girl. Good girl. Pretty little baby. Do, 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 do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope, not even close. There. That's better. That's it. There you go. Good girl. Ready? Here we go. She's in constant forward movement, right? That means she's not stopping. She's not settling. It's a constant push forward to try to leave. And it's really interfering with her being able to have a bath, right? Hopefully she'll stop. Are you gonna stop? She's like, I'll think about it. Lord have mercy. Messy. Thank God. Good girl. You did it. Good girl. Alright. You did it. Good girl. Thank God she finally calmed down so I could wash her. Good girl. Alrighty. Okay. I did it, Ma. I did it. I did it. I wasn't happy, but I did it. I know. She's not happy. But at least she's not being groomed at high volatile stress levels, right? Because she's a GABA baby and her mother is pre-treating her ahead of time. Otherwise, her normal MO, Taming of the Shrew, anyone see that movie? That would be the closest description of how she would be for her grooming. Remember that movie? Did they ever do a remake of that? I don't know. It's about time they did. Alright. Waka 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 waka. Wee. You did it. You did it. Wap. Wap. Constant in forward motion. So towel, scruff in the back, that on the towel, that stops the forward movement. She's not gonna stop. She's in constant, yeah. The only way I'm gonna be able to make it stop is when she goes in the dryer box. Okay? You did it. You ready? You ready to go in the box? She's like, yeah. Right, good. All right, here we go. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead. There. All right, decompression time, break time, right? Yeah, break time for both the cat and the groomer, right? Waka waka. Waka waka. Oh no. Oh no. Are we having a meltdown? Are we gonna have a meltdown? Here, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka. There. Comment section is back on. How about it? Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. There. surviving? She's like, I'll be alright. I won't talk about it. Hi, Louis. Is that how you say your name? Louis? 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 Lois? I don't know. Will that fit? Yeah, that should fit. Alright, super cute. Alright, so we're going to make a little insulated top. Even though she lives in a thermostat controlled home, she doesn't live outside, right? Do you know that dogs and cats used to be the same species before they split and went their separate ways? But yet dogs are allowed to be groomed and put in pet trims and all of that stuff. And cats, according to 90% of the public, not allowed. Well, here's the problem, folks. It's not your cat, right? Yeah, that's the main issue. It's not your cat. So, anyway. Alright, picking shears. We're gonna get the Carter. The Carter baby onesies seems to be the best design when you're trying to make baby clothes for cats, or cat clothes out of baby clothes. Oh, look. Right? Can you see that? Yeah. Alright. And then what we're going to do is, well, it's as good as it gets. Have you ever seen that movie? Yeah. Even though she's on gabapentin to block her high volatility and irritability. So, is it a happy pill? No. Will it block her high fight or flight? Yeah. Yes, it will. You want that perfect, you know, that perfect cat room where the cat's actually happy about it? Well, there are some cats who are actually quite happy about being groomed. My cat would be one of them. He'd start spurring, right? Every cat's different. Every cat has, you know, just like with women and PMS. Imagine all of the variables of women and their level of PMS, right? Some you can barely detect that it's happening. Others are facing murder one charges in front of a judge. You know, so every woman has their own level of PMS, right? And every cat has their own level of fight or flight, right? So why don't you, well, next time you go up to a woman who's PMSing, why don't you go up to her and say, why can't you just be happy? Why do you have to be that way? You're gonna get slapped. Across the room. Yeah. You're gonna get something. Alright, so we'll get one out of here then. Aha, got it. Yeah, all right. All right, so let's take two flaps, hold your thumb in place, get one of these, go all the way through, pinch. Yeah, you all need to shut up so I can, yeah, it's not enough, right? It's not good enough. Yeah, because if you've seen that movie, As Good as It Gets, that's as good as it gets for this particular cat, right? But here's the thing, folks, that you may not recognize or appreciate or even understand. She used to be at high stress levels, right? For grooming. If she wasn't coming here for grooming, the owner never would have found out or understood about gabapentin, right? Which would then do what? Which would then cause this cat to be groomed at high volatile stress levels at other grooming salons, where she would be kicking and screaming. But no, the owner chose to come here, where I taught and educated that owner on how to be able to work with gabapentin so that her cat could have a low stress level. So this is as good as it gets for Gigi, right? Until they come up with a happy pill, as well as something to block the fight or flight signal, this is as good as it gets for Gigi, which apparently isn't good enough for you folks. But guess what? It's good enough for me. It's good enough for the owner. It may not be good enough for you, but it's not your cat. Right? So, you do realize that every cat that comes here is taught how to be groomed at low stress levels, right? But somehow that's a problem in YouTube land. Somehow that's a problem, okay? Alright. Little cozy top to help insulate the cat after her modified lion cat. Even though she lives in a thermostat controlled household where it's the same temperature all year round, she doesn't know it's January outside. We will put a nice insulated top on her to help insulate her, right? So all of your narratives that you keep going with, you know, the fur is going to help regulate her. Yeah, there's other ways for the cat to regulate their heat while keeping the owner happy, right? All of your narratives kind of suck. You need to come up with new narratives, right? Just saying. Out you go. Out you go. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. Here. Good girl. Nope, we're not going for a walk. She's always in constant forward movement. Yeah, it's nice when she can finally just settle and stay in place. Alright, so we're doing the final finishing. Usually when you watch any pet being groomed, it's usually a pre-cut, a bath, a dry, and then a final finishing, right? That's the norm. Pretty, pretty girl. Wee. How are we doing? She's like, I'm alright. She's like, are we there yet? Almost. Mm-hmm. There. Can I see it? Good girl. You're doing it. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. Almost there. You stay there. Stay there. Good girl. Alright, let's see what size nails you have. Let's see them. Let's see if I take a seat. I know. I know. Do, I guess medium. There. See? Yeah, those are like a medium. Okay, so when I'm working with soft claws, I usually put a baby wipe down, right? Because I'm going to be gluing those soft claws. And then when I put them down, they're going to stick. So they don't stick to a wet baby wipe, right? So which purple? Is it a boy or a girl that's coming into the family? Oh, let's just go with purple. That's kind of universal, right? Purple could be boy or girl, right? Yeah. Purple. I'll usually glue 5 at a time for each one of the front paws and then put them on in front of a space heater because that heat helps to make that glue harden, right? And it keeps the cat nice and comfortable. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. One. 2. 3. 3. And 4. 4. And 5. Okay. Alright, left paw is done. We're going to go on to the right paw. She really calmed down quite a bit, didn't she, after her bath? That does happen with a couple of different cats' personalities, right? After the bath, it just, yeah, she's nice and calm and happy. Or as good as it gets, I guess. We're not going to use the word happy. We're not going to use the word happy because y'all think she's miserable right now. So, yeah, let's, alright, if I don't get those nails on, the glue is going to harden, so. Alright, sorry about that. There was somebody here dropping off their client for the next grooming. So, anyway, we got two of the paws done in the front. And now we're going to do her back claws. Usually when you have a grooming of a pregnant woman who's about to give birth, they'll usually ask for all of the fur to be cut off. But another thing they'll probably do is ask for the soft claws, you know, just to help protect with, you know, the baby, right? Just in case, right? Okay. Out you go. I know. I know. Princess Gigi. Princess Gigi is in the house. There we go. Princess Gigi is in the house. All right, we got 4 of these loaded up. Let's get the Back one's done. Go. There. Alright, 4 more and you are all done, little one. Well, just gotta brush up your legs and then you're done. Mm-hmm. Alright, 4 more loaded up. See if we can get her back paw. Here, get back on the bed. That's it. No. Get back on the bed. That is not going to fit, so we'll go get a bigger size. Okay? Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Eat it. Alright, legs and little t-shirt, and then we're done. I know. That's her little backseat cat grooming. That's her step away from the vehicle. other side. Good girl. Do it that way. All right. You got this. You got this. There we go. Good girl. Mm-hmm. If I want her to stay in the bed, I'll do it this way. If she doesn't like this technique, then I would get her off the pillow and then do a different technique. I think we're there. I think we're there. Mm-hmm. It would probably be more effective if I just showed a little clip of what GABA babies would look like without their pre-treatment of GABA versus how they are with it. Because when you do it that way, and the public can actually see and visualize just how effective it is, yeah, it kind of shuts people in their tracks. They've got nothing more to talk about, okay? All of those narratives about a cat not liking grooming, too stressed, they're gonna bite you, they're gonna scratch you, all of those narratives just kind of go out the window. They're just poof, be gone. Poof, be gone. Now, gabapentin doesn't come with a happy component, right? If it did, that would make it amazing, but it doesn't. So there is no happy component to gabapentin. There's just a blocking of the fight or flight signal to allow the cat to be groomed at low stress levels, right? If there was a happy component to it, wouldn't that be amazing, right? But there isn't. So this is what you would refer to as good as it gets, right? As good as it gets. Apparently it's not good enough for some of you bitches out there. So say la vie. But if you only knew what she would be like without it, you zip it. Just saying. Anyway, thanks for joining us. All the best. We'll see you next time. Well, tomorrow, actually. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.